Hugo Ekitike has felt the power of Anfield and wants to score every game. Hugo Ekitike was in bullish spirits after scoring in Liverpool's 2-1 win over Everton, saying he felt the power of Anfield. The 23-year-old has made a promising start to life with the Reds, netting 4 times in 7 appearances and impressing in his all-round game. Ekitike scored clinically at home to Everton on Saturday, enjoying a dream Merseyside derby debut and helping Liverpool to victory. Speaking to LiverpoolFC.com after the game, the Frenchman was in delighted spirits, discussing the influence of the Anfield crowd. Top, Ekitike said. Obviously, I knew that game was really important for the fans. So a win today was important. I felt the stadium and the crowd was very loud today. It's a very proud feeling, happy feeling. We just have to keep going. It was a good first half. When they came back, it was a bit difficult with the 2-1. But we just kept the right mentality until the end, and I think that's what made the difference at the end. Ekitike also showed the hunger he possesses when it comes to being a relentless goal scorer, saying he is driven to find the net every week. I want to score every game, if you ask me, he added. The last game I didn't score, but I always try to find a way to make the difference. It can be a goal, an assist, a run to create space for another player. It's good. At the end, the most important thing is the team, and it's the 3 points today. It has been such an impressive opening few months in a Liverpool shirt for Ekitike, who has shown so much leading the line, from good finishing to clever link-up play. While the arrival of Alexander Isak threatens to limit his playing time, he is still going to get many minutes, with the Reds playing in 4 separate competitions this season. Ekitike can also shine on the left wing, so he could also start alongside Isak and in place of Cody Gakpo, who isn't in the best form currently. At 23, there is so much more to come from the France striker, and the early signs are nothing but encouraging. Contract standoff at Liverpool. Ibrahima Konate is in the final year of his contract at Liverpool, with no agreement on a new deal yet. Reports from various sources, including Marca and The Athletic, suggest that talks have stalled and Konate has rejected at least one improved offer from Liverpool. The club is reportedly keen to avoid a repeat of the situation with Trent Alexander-Arnold, who left for Real Madrid on a free transfer last season after his contract expired. Real Madrid's growing interest. Real Madrid has a long-standing interest in Konate, and with his contract situation, they are now reportedly confident of securing his signature. Spanish media outlets claim that Real Madrid believes Konate is keen on a move to the Bernabeu. Some reports suggest that there may even be a verbal agreement between Real Madrid and Konate, with the Spanish giants looking to bring him in on a free transfer next summer. Conflicting reports and Liverpool's position. There are conflicting reports about how nailed on the deal is, with some Spanish outlets, such as AS, suggesting that Real Madrid is not fully convinced by Konate as a transfer target and may prefer other options like William Saliba. Liverpool's stance is that they are actively trying to secure a new contract for Konate, viewing him as the long-term successor to Virgil van Dijk. However, with the contract talks at an impasse, there is a possibility that Liverpool could consider selling him in the January transfer window to avoid losing him for free. Wider implications. The Konate situation is a cause for concern for Liverpool, especially after the departure of Trent Alexander-Arnold to Real Madrid under similar circumstances. The rumors linking Real Madrid to another Liverpool player, Ryan Gravenberch, have also emerged, adding to the sense of an ongoing transfer saga between the two clubs. The club's interest in other central defenders, such as Marc Guehi, who was a target in the summer, could also be interpreted as a sign that they are preparing for the possibility of Konate's departure. Ryan Gravenberch makes freedom claim and praises 2 Liverpool teammates. Latest Liverpool news and gossip as Ryan Gravenberch praises Arne Slot and 2 of his teammates after the win over Everton. Ryan Gravenberch has explained why he has more freedom at Liverpool this season, and praised the impact made by new signings Hugo Ekitike and Alexander Isak. The Reds midfielder was speaking after scoring in the 2-1 win over Everton in the Premier League on Saturday afternoon. Gravenberch opened the scoring for Liverpool in the early stages of the first half at Anfield, with the instinctive striker his second of the campaign so far. Ekitike was also on the score sheet as the Reds claimed a precious victory in the Merseyside derby. Gravenberch played a key role in helping Liverpool win the Premier League title last season, and that importance has continued into the current campaign. However, the Netherlands international has acknowledged that he has new responsibilities in the team this term. The coach has given me the confidence, and this season we have more freedom in the midfield, Gravenberch told TNT Sports. Last season I was only the number 6 and now I can go more forward, which is what you've seen today. I think my strength is also there, so I'm happy with that and also with the goal. Gravenberch went on to explain why he is delighted by the additions Liverpool have made to their squad in the summer transfer window, name-checking the impact made by Ekitike in the win over Everton. We know we have a good group, they Liverpool have bought players as well, really good players, so we know it's not only the starting 11, it's the whole team, Gravenberch said. We are like a family, so we push each other. You see, for example, Hugo Ekitike scored today and Alexander Isak comes in and gives his all. So I'm really happy with the squad. Wayne Rooney makes shock Mohamed Salah claim after Alexander Isak Liverpool arrival. Former Everton and Man United striker Wayne Rooney has suggested that Mohamed Salah will be unhappy by the attention being taken away from him after Alexander Isak's arrival. Wayne Rooney has claimed Mohamed Salah will be unhappy with Alexander Isak's Liverpool move. Wayne Rooney has claimed that Mohamed Salah will not be happy with Liverpool's decision to sign Alexander Isak. The Swede became the Reds' record signing in the summer, but the former Everton and Manchester United striker believes the Egyptian will be left irritated by the business. Arne Slot's side eventually sealed his signature on transfer day after the summer-long transfer saga came to an end. Isak declared his desire to leave the Magpies earlier in the summer, which led to him being left out of their preparations for the forthcoming Premier League campaign after being banished to train on his own. The 25-year-old's arrival marked the end of a busy period of spending from the Reds, which saw a host of new faces through the door at Anfield, including Florian Wirtz. However, Rooney claimed that Salah will not be happy that the attention is being taken away from him with the arrival of the new number 9. Even though Salah has been the best player at Liverpool for years, he won't be happy that Isak has come in and is getting the attention, he claimed. It's a matter of personal pride. He will want to be the best. Rooney added that the arrival of Isak will provide a lift in performance for Salah as the 33-year-old looks to reaffirm his stance as the main man for Arne Slot's side. He continued, "When we signed Tevez, there were lots of reports saying they were concerned that we couldn't play together. But as soon as we signed players, I used to think, there's no way he is coming in to take my place. So that naturally gives you a lift." By the Liverpool forward's high standards, Salah has made a slightly slow start to the season. He cropped up with a match-winning moment against Burnley after netting a stoppage-time penalty. He showed his class on Wednesday against Atletico Madrid as he held off 3 defenders before slotting home to double their lead in the 3-2 win, and in the Merseyside derby he set up Ryan Gravenberch's opening goal. Speaking prior to the encounter with Everton, the Liverpool head coach said, "For me, when you are a great player you still contribute to the team if you don't play well. So many players can contribute goals and assists when they play well, but not a lot of them can contribute something to the team when they don't play well, and by this I mean goals and assists. So, they can always give their work rate, but this is what stands out with Mo. I think, and this is normal, especially when you are a winger, it is so difficult to always be creative, always be the player he was against Atletico Madrid, but if he is not that player, which is normal, then he still has goals and assists, and I think that is why the fans love him so much and why he is so highly regarded and respected. Because a lot of players can play good when the team plays good or when they play good themselves, but not a lot can do special things when they are not at their best, and that's what he can and what makes him so special, I think. But I prefer to see him like he was in the Atletico game. He was very much involved, that was also very positive. So, in the Newcastle game there was hardly ball in play, so it was difficult for every player to be special, but now we played so many balls to him, he was so much involved, touched the ball so many times, Florian found him so many times. So that was a joy to watch to see him like that. But if we don't see him like that, he is still able to score goals, and that's what makes him special. Liverpool double blow, as Marc Guehi decides sensational U-turn. For one reason as heart set. Marc Guehi's transfer to Liverpool fell through on deadline day. According to reports, Crystal Palace star Marc Guehi has decided to perform a sensational U-turn on whether to join Premier League giants Liverpool. In the summer, Guehi looked likely to join Liverpool from Palace as he favored the Reds over Newcastle United and Tottenham Hotspur. The England international was available for a cut-price fee as his current Palace contract expires at the end of the 2025-26 campaign, with a centre-back priced at around £35 million. Liverpool spent around £414.5 million in the summer to sign Alexander Isak, Florian Wirtz, Hugo Ekitike, Jeremy Frimpong, Milos Kerkez and Giovanni Leone. Despite this, Liverpool had the necessary funds to sign Guehi on deadline day following the exits of Harvey Elliott, Darwin Núñez, Luis Diaz and Jarell Quansah, but they could not get the deal over the line. Liverpool and Palace reached an agreement over a £35 million transfer on deadline day, but Palace decided to pull the plug at the 11th hour as they failed to land a suitable replacement. This was a blow for Liverpool, who risk being left short at the back if Virgil van Dijk and/or Ibrahima Konate get injured. Liverpool are expected to return for Guehi in January or next summer, but they risk missing out on the centre-back, who is linked with several Premier League and European giants ahead of becoming a free agent in 2026. Recent reports have suggested that Liverpool face competition from Chelsea, Bayern Munich and Real Madrid, with the defender ready to make a sensational U-turn. This is according to the Mirror, who are reporting that he is clear on his new dream transfer, with his advisors told that his heart is set on a move to Real Madrid after an agreement to join Liverpool collapsed at the 11th hour. The report also points out that this leaves Liverpool at risk of a double blow, as Konate is also on Real Madrid's radar and could join the Spanish giants upon the expiry of his current contract next year. As for Guehi, a reason for his verdict is that he is excited by the prospect of playing abroad for the Spanish giant. Ryan Gravenberch delivers emphatic answer to Liverpool question after 11 minutes. Ryan Gravenberch made it 2 for the season as he scored the opening goal during Liverpool's encounter with Everton, as they look to continue their winning start to the campaign. Peter Crouch discussed whether Ryan Gravenberch could be considered as one of the best midfielders in the world prior to his Liverpool goal. Liverpool midfielder Ryan Gravenberch reaffirmed Peter Crouch's claim that the 23-year-old is one of the best midfielders in the world after just 11 minutes this lunchtime. The former Ajax and Bayern Munich talent scored a superb opener during Saturday's Merseyside derby against Everton. Gravenberch capped a dominant start for the Reds with a sensational volley as he beat Jordan Pickford. The midfielder has been a revelation since being deployed deeper in the middle of the pitch for Liverpool and has quickly established himself as one of the best in that position in Europe. The Netherlands international made it 2 for the campaign after a brilliant long-range effort against Newcastle United earlier on in the season. On the half-hour mark, he was involved in doubling Liverpool's lead. He threaded the ball through for Hugo Ekitike, who prodded through the legs of Pickford. Liverpool midfielder Ryan Gravenberch reaffirmed Peter Crouch's claim that the 23-year-old is one of the best midfielders in the world after just 11 minutes this lunchtime. The former Ajax and Bayern Munich talent scored a superb opener during Saturday's Merseyside derby against Everton. Gravenberch capped a dominant start for the Reds with a sensational volley as he beat Jordan Pickford. The midfielder has been a revelation since being deployed deeper in the middle of the pitch for Liverpool and has quickly established himself as one of the best in that position in Europe. The Netherlands international made it 2 for the campaign after a brilliant long-range effort against Newcastle United earlier on in the season. On the half-hour mark, he was involved in doubling Liverpool's lead. He threaded the ball through for Hugo Ekitike, who prodded through the legs of Pickford. His recent showings have earned talk of being among the best midfielders in the world, and that very topic was brought up during TNT Sports' build-up with Crouch and former Everton defender Joleon Lescott. The former Liverpool and England striker claimed that, if Gravenberch can add more goals to his game, as well as keep up the contributions that he is making, he can be considered as one of the best in the world. "I feel like he's got everything," said Crouch. "If he continues to play in this vein and Liverpool keep winning things, you've got a player there who is going to win Player of the Year awards. He's on his way to being one of, if not, the best midfielders in the Premier League. His attributes, breaks the lines, picks a pass, if he adds goals to his game, he'll have everything for me. Yeah, I'd put him in that bracket, best in the world. Without a shadow of a doubt, the midfielders globally there's fantastic ones, but he's up there. The only reason he has only had one season in the number 6 role, he can do 2 jobs in one position, but he's now on the road to be one of the best in the world, if not the best." Wayne Rooney locked wife Colleen out of the house after she celebrated Liverpool win. Everton and Manchester United icon Wayne Rooney got the hump when his Red-supporting Mrs. Colleen decided to enjoy her team's glory with a huger celebration in their home. Wayne Rooney admitted he locked wife Colleen out of the house after she put up Liverpool flags celebrating the team's Premier League triumph. The Everton icon, 39, got the hump when his Red-supporting Mrs. decided to celebrate her team's glory in 2020. Speaking on the Wayne Rooney Show, the Manchester United legend said, "When Liverpool won the Premier League a few years ago, I actually come home. I was at Derby I think at the time, and I come home and Colleen's got Liverpool flags up out on the outside of the house. It was our old house, so outside the front door there was like a little balcony thing and the flag was outside the window there, so I told her to go and get it down. Wayne Rooney was not happy. So she went up and you had to actually climb out the window to get it down. So she went up. I locked her out. She was stuck on the balcony. And like now even, Colleen's mum and dad, they've got champion flags up at the house." The ex-England skipper was speaking ahead of Liverpool's clash with Everton at Anfield today, Sat. And he revealed he was once stopped by cops after a Merseyside derby because they wanted him to sign their shirts. Wayne and Colleen will be at war this weekend for the Merseyside derby. He said, There was one time, I come out the stadium actually, and the police pulled me over, literally right outside the stadium. I think I was in my little KA and I could see everyone looking, fans, so they get me out the car and into the back of the van. So I'm thinking, what's going on here? So, go in the back of the van and they pull all shirts out, ask me to sign their shirts. I was raging, I was fuming. I didn't sign them. Alexis Mac Allister takes swipe over Alexander Isak's transfer after Liverpool's lengthy saga. Liverpool's summer signing Alexander Isak is continuing to build up his fitness after ending his transfer saga with Newcastle United, and Alexis Mac Allister is excited to see him perform for the Reds. Alexis Mac Allister offered insight into the dressing room reaction to Alexander Isak's transfer saga. Alexis Mac Allister has joked he and his Liverpool teammates were tired of the Alexander Isak transfer saga prior to his blockbuster arrival. The Swede was embroiled in a summer-long back-and-forth with Newcastle United after expressing his desire to join the Premier League champions. However, he was forced to wait until deadline day to sign on the dotted line after the Reds and their top-flight rivals eventually agreed a British record £125 million deal. Isak was forced to train away from the Magpies' first team during their preparations for the Premier League campaign and as a result arrived at Anfield undercooked, only making his debut during Wednesday's 3-2 win over Atletico Madrid. The 25-year-old managed just under an hour during the dramatic Champions League win over the La Liga club, departing the pitch with the Reds leading 2-1 before they needed a stoppage-time winner from captain Virgil van Dijk. Arne Slot's side had been the focus of conversation after needing a host of late goals to claim 3 points during the early stages of their title defense. Isak's arrival formed part of a spending spree on Merseyside, which was evened up by a host of departures which saw Liverpool sell Luis Diaz, Darwin Núñez, Harvey Elliott, Ben Gannon-Doak, Tyler Morton, Jarell Quansah and Caoimhin Kelleher. Despite the narrative surrounding the financial outlay at Anfield, Mac Allister says the players are delighted to have Isak in the ranks and tipped him to be a success for the Reds. At the beginning, it was a big thing and after a while we got a bit tired because it was too long, Mac Allister told TNT Sports, taking a swipe at how much time it took to get the transfer done. But we all know the player he is. He is going to be really, really important and we are happy to have him here. Maybe the other club are not happy, but that's the way football works. They paid quite a lot of money, so I think it's good for both clubs. It's good for him because it's what he wanted. We are so happy to have him because we know the player that he is and we suffered against him a couple of times as well.